I want to give you guys the real tea on how I was able to monetize social media while I was a full-time student. It's 3 o'clock and this is my first meal of the day. Cheers. So the first thing that happened was I started a separate account at My Dim Diary, and I grew that account to like 30-ish thousand followers within the span of like 2 months. I'm not saying everybody needs to do that. That's not required. It wasn't even intentional on my part. That's just kind of how my story played out. But because that was like a unique selling point for me, I definitely leveraged that. Like, I let people know, hey, this is why I'm good at this. It's because I was able to do this, okay? If you have any background in social media, content creation, always leverage it. It is your own personal, unique selling point. It's what sets you apart from other people. It shows that you have experience and that you know what you're doing. So fast forward, I was like, okay, how do I monetize? Because I talk a lot about mental health on here, and I'm not about to take a sponsorship that's like, here's how you can treat your depression. And then I realized that I could do UGC, where essentially I just leveraged the skills that I already had. So I had a little bit of an edge, and I started selling content to brands. My first deal, ironically, was in a TikTok comment section. There was an influencer marketing manager, and she was sourcing creators for campaigns through TikTok, which people do that, by the way. And I got my first UGC deal for $200 through a comment section. They actually offered $150, and I was like, hey, my typical rate is $200. This was my first deal. And they were like, okay, no questions asked. So if anybody's haggling at you to do a $75 deal and you're like, no, my work is worth more, stop arguing with people. Then I built out a portfolio utilizing those skills, and I created videos that showcase to brands that I can in fact make very good content. Keep in mind, while I was doing that, I was studying other successful UGC creators' portfolios, as well as looking at ads to make sure that this is something that they can run as an ad. It had to be optimized for that. Otherwise, I'm trying to sell brands bad content, and that's not what we're doing. Then I started this account and started optimizing and creating my personal brand with UGC on here and on Twitter, because that's how you get people to reach out to you, so that you're not constantly reaching out to people. Funny little side story, the first time I had to send an invoice to the first brand that I worked with, I damn near had a panic attack because I didn't know how to send an invoice. I was like, how do I send an invoice? Do I need a system for this? This is invoice 1. Do I need to change the number? That kind of anxiety and overwhelm would continue because I didn't know exactly what I was doing in the beginning. I had to learn all these different business processes, even though I knew how to content create. I was learning like from free resources on the internet here and there, and it legit took me several months to finally get to a place where I have a lot of systems in place for my business to just function normally. If you want to do UGC, but you don't want to be like me and scrambling for months trying to figure out how to do it on your own, you can join the wait list for a hub with all of those resources plus mentoring.